All right. Hey, didn't see you there. Welcome to the NXT watch along. I'm on the right channel as well. I'm on the CW. You know, I almost want to go put on a suit. I mean, it's the CW premiere. I feel like I should. In fact, maybe I will. Maybe I'll save that for the first Raw of Netflix. Actually, that feels like it might be a little more fitting. New NXT intro. Oh, and it looks like a new NXT logo. Looks like it's silver and gold, or silver and black. I I kind of like it. I kind of like it. All right, I vibe with it. Oh, and it's Sean starting us out. He's still got the moves that really move him. They sing it now. I love it. Hey, Brantley. They really just full titled him, huh? What has he got under that tarp? Hey, Zach, you got your membership back. That's great to hear. What do you got under that tarp, Shawnee boy? What up? No, I've made my lights. Well, I was gonna say would have made my lights gold for NXT, but no, I can't. It's not. All right, has anyone gotten the black and white NXT logo made yet? It's got like the old NXT vibe to it a little bit. Don't love that. That's a miss from me, dog. Like I'm glad the rainbows are gone, but I don't know. Oh, it's Trips. What better way to start off the first big episode of the developmental than with two old guys? Oh, Julia looks like $1,000,000. Okay, how's the punk rapping? Sure. All right, Julia and Roxanne kicking us off. I feel like we gotta kick off with a title change in this CW era, right? I do like the new NXT logo a lot. I don't know how I feel about the new belts. I think I need to see them. I think I need to see like the stars holding them. But this will be fun. Oh god, I've got to make. Oh god, I've got to make all the roster portraits for NXT again. Oh no. Okay, seeing the 3D version, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. But hey, also it might be it might be Motor City Machine Guns debut night, so we got that going. We got that going for us as well. Oh yeah, we're gonna get the first Miz TV since Miz turned heel last night. Hey, Pierre. Good to see you, bud. Yeah, I see what you said in the Discord, Pierre. The titles are going to take some getting used to. The silver and black NXT aesthetic is not going to take any getting used to. I am here for it. I love it. In fact, you might wonder, Xander, how much do you like this new aesthetic for NXT? Is it enough to have a new thumbnail for the stream ready to go in the first 15 minutes? Well, to that I say, why don't you open up a new tab and take a look at your YouTube homepage? And by that, I mean, let's take a look at my YouTube homepage where this stream is happening, and you will see, zoom in a little so you can see it better, and you will see I have already updated the thumbnail. I was that quick on the draw. I was ready. I know I'm tired. Ugh. Think a possible court return happens? Maybe. I feel like they're gonna stack up tonight's show though, but I think we're probably more likely to see a Stephanie Vicker appearance after this match than we are to see a Cora return tonight. I think both could happen, but I feel Stephanie is probably more likely, seeing as she was the final image on the final USA Network NXT. Yeah, I hope in Motor City. I hope the thumbnail. I hope the thumbnail is gonna. I hope the thumbnail is gonna pull things together and not or is gonna manifest and not jinx it. Or a little bit of a delayed reaction on that Hurricane Rana, huh? Yeah, new belts are gonna get some taken used to. I think for me, what it is I like them more than I liked the Rainbow Vomit titles of NXT 2.0's era that have lasted until tonight, which were just, recolored versions of the black and gold title, like of the Prime black and gold titles. But I don't like them more than the Prime black and gold titles. And, I will be the one to say it. No one else will. I'm probably one of the few that's favorite NXT title is the Big X from the early 2010s. I really liked the Big X belt. I I liked it a lot. I thought it had a unique thing to it. No, JT, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna give you back, but what the hell? There we go. NXT Silver Age is cursed? No. I don't know where you got that from, but okay. No. Not what I said. Love that battle, especially when Finn had it. To be fair, it looked good on almost everybody. Yeah, you look at everyone that had it, and it looked good on everyone. Like, looked good on Seth, looked good on Big E, how it looked good on Bo Dallas. I mean, it's iconic. I find it iconic to think of Adrian Neville with it, Sammy with it, Kevin with it, Finn, Joe, Nakamura. And then, of course, Rude was the last one to hold it before they introduced the new version of the belt. You don't like it? I fucking love the time for a step bomb, 20 minutes. I love it. I love the silver and gold. Or not the silver and gold, the black and silver. I think it looks great. Well, here's the thing with that, JT. I know you liked black and gold better. I know you liked black and gold better, but this isn't black and gold era anymore. If it kept the same black and gold color scheme, all anyone would do is compare it more and more to black and gold and talk about how it's not as good because Adam Cole isn't there, because Keith Lee isn't there, because Aleister Black isn't there, so on and so forth. This gives it its own fresh start on a fresh network. It's a completely different era. I don't think there's anyone left in NXT that is from the black and gold era at this point. No way. Oh, well? Looks like we're getting that Cora Jade return. Well, that's like cool that Cora Jade's back, but quite honestly, Roxanne's still being champion for now like 3 years running has kind of run its course for me. But I suppose the reign of Roxanne continues. So I was gonna go title over. I'm not convinced at this point. I'm not convinced because Roxanne seems to be Sean's favorite. Roxanne Perez just kind of seems to be one of Shawn Michaels' favorite toys to play with in the women's division because she's had that belt since the end of 2022. Like, there was a brief period in 2023 where she didn't have it, and then she got it back this year. There's Phil and Trick. And Ego. I I ain't doing it tonight, JT. I love you, bud, but Xander, thoughts on insert random ass thing? I don't really have much to work with on that one tonight. I'm gonna be real with you. So no, I have no thoughts on the easy bake oven. Well, that's cool, Zach. Good job, I guess. No, you don't have to sit in the corner, JT. It just means to reel in the Xander thoughts on insert thing tonight. Just because I don't have the energy to do it tonight. I'll talk about other stuff. Hell yeah, honestly don't know how I do it sometimes. Is that Pear, is that in regards to the Cora Jade return? Tell you what, that's fine if you want to hang out in your corner. It's fine. Give me my Cora and Roxanne two women power trip idea now. You know, I wouldn't be shocked to see Cora win the women's North American title. That, as someone who makes content on 2K24, that was a little rough of a segment to watch for me. All right, Ray, I'm not saying they owe you royalties, but I'm saying Lexus King has confronted CM Punk.
asking to have a chance to be a better man against Roman Reigns. I also had a chance to win. Or them rules a little bit, but I decided against it. And most times I saw what order did you both fast one up. So it sounds like, inside you, it's two wolves. You got to figure out which one you want to listen to. You're either going to win at all costs, or you're going to fight against the genes you were born with. I appreciate it, Lex. No problem.
I love that Lexus King's gimmick is just that he's the worst. Respect Lexus for the looks. It's hard to pull off that, especially the beard. Yeah, especially the beard. Yeah, his gimmick is just that he sucks. Weird seeing the NXT X Division or the TNA X Division title in the in an NXT video package. NXT X Division title almost did happen in the Muslim universe. Got NXT was today. I just woke up from a long nap. Did I miss anything important? You know what vibes that gives me, Josh? I'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, you missed Cora Jade has returned, cost Julia the opening match against Roxanne Perez, and they've redesigned the NXT men's and women's top titles. Yeah, it's a Wesley win on this one, folks. But, hold on. Just I was having a nap reminds me of one of my favorite clips from my favorite comedian. Hold on, I'm going to pull it up. Okay, you guys need to see it in full context, actually. Hold on. I have something special for you guys after I share this. But Josh saying I was having a nap makes me think of this.
Now please welcome to the stage, Sammy J and Randy!
And you'll understand why I'm saying this in a second.
Good evening, everyone. So great to see you. Come on in and take a seat.
This is the kind of humor I enjoy, by the way.
It's Randy. Come on out and dance. Cause Randy, now's your chance to show the world how we can sing and dance and entertain the people. The people of Australia. The people who like comedy and music mixed together like
Stop
a fusion. Yeah, hey.
Stop the music!
Hey, Randy! I thought you were dead.
No, I was just down here having a nap. What the fuck is going on?
You were very still. I poked
I'm a very sound sleeper. Sorry, you thought I was dead? And instead of calling for help or getting an ambulance, you got someone to dress up as a shit, oversized version of me and started singing fucking show tunes.
That's what I thought of when Josh said he was having a nap. I don't know why my mind immediately jumped to, you thought I was dead, and instead of calling for help, you dressed someone as a shit, oversized version of me and started singing fucking show tunes. Randy Feltface is my spirit animal. That's what I'm saying here. Alright, folks, I have something very special for you tonight. Yeah, that's my favorite comedian, so... Come on now. This is supposed to work. Oh. Oh. Folks, I think the surprise is upon us.
Hi.
He's here! He has risen!
What's up, guys?
Yep, we got Ray. Do you guys know what this did to the budget of this live stream?
What do you mean?
Like, they don't know how much it costs to book you for these things. Like, the fees I have to pay to get Ray on these streams, I have to go through his agent. What was that?
It's a Discord call, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, yeah, if you want to ruin the, the immersion of all of it. Ray, what's your take on Silver and Black NXT?
I've not seen the set yet. I just turned it on, so because I was doing some stuff, I came in here. I was like, I feel like watching NXT. I saw you were doing your video, and I was like, well, he's probably floundering without me.
Okay.
So
all right. Okay.
I'm kidding. But I don't mean that at all.
Let me send you a screenshot of what you've missed. It's something very important.
So the show's just come back on for me, so I'm about to see it.
Okay.
Okay,
wow, we're pretty synced up tonight then.
Okay, so Lola Vice and Jada Parker are there.
Oh, you're actually a little ahead of me for once.
What are you watching on?
YouTube TV.
Huh.
Oh, I was behind by like 20 seconds.
Are they on a green screen?
What, the picture I just sent you?
No, them right now.
Oh, well now I'm ahead of you because now Wesley and Zachary Wentz are in the ring.
Huh.
Oh, there's Brock Lesnar guy.
Wait, Brock Lesnar's there?
No, the guy in the guy that became Brock Lesnar guy.
Oh, the guy.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't really know what to make of this Silver thing with NXT because it doesn't really seem like a whole new look yet. And I know that the last NXT show they were saying they're going to go to a complete look. So I'm wondering if this is maybe like a temporary thing while they change it over, or is this just the preview of what's to come, or
Well, I know they're redoing the NXT arena in the Performance Center right now. I assume they're just kind of using the Raw and SmackDown sets since they're on the road right now.
Please, for the love of God, if you're watching this, paint those walls.
Yeah.
No one wants to see white walls on a wrestling set.
Yeah.
Black walls. Black. So it doesn't look like a gym.
Zach says it looks like the colors they used for No Mercy. I mean, it's monochrome, bud. They use monochrome for a lot of things in wrestling.
Monochrome is a generally cool, tough aesthetic.
Yeah, as I'm trying to get my camera to refocus here.
Granted, because we used to do a lot of it.
Hold on. Seeing if my hair tie will cause my lens to get it crap together.
Yeah, let me see.
It's entirely a me thing. It's entirely my webcam just being the worst.
Okay, maybe this one's gonna be a little bit better. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so anyway. I figured I'd come on here because I delayed SmackDown the other day, so I haven't really been on stream for people to react to SmackDown.
Fair.
And I just texted you today about my idea for like a solo project that I'd be doing.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I had to process that for a second, quite honestly, because I am a little tired.
Yeah. So like right now, guys, I feel like it'd be a new channel. It'd be the Ray and Wrestling Connection, and like, so I wouldn't say like there be no covering of modern wrestling, but I generally would not do pay-per-view reviews, right?
Mm-hmm.
I generally would just do videos, more editorial style videos where I talk about different thoughts I have about wrestling, where I can somewhat defend myself from the common perception of how I view wrestling.
Yeah.
I like how you're not even laughing at that. You're just like, yeah, Ray, you suck.
No, I'm just half asleep over here is all.
So the thought was like, for example, like what I wanted to do was like what an immediate video I wanted to do was the modern state of tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
Because while it is better, I don't necessarily still like the state of tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
The other one will be a series talking about like the what ifs of wrestling. So like what I wanted to talk about there was what if Crockett never bought back the Turner time slot from Vince?
Yeah.
In the 80s. Because if he doesn't do that, there was already speculation that Ted was just going to force Vince out. And given Ted Turner has a lot more money than Vince McMahon ever did, that's probably true.
Yeah.
So the thought was that he would force Vince out, and in that slot would go Universal Wrestling Federation or Bill Watts, coming from another area entirely. And Bill Watts' style of wrestling, I would say, I think it could actually adapt a lot better. And Bill Watts was also very good at maintaining the bottom line and making sure he was always in budget. So he wouldn't have had the issues of money that everyone else, that WCW ended up having. So like this would be a whole different discussion about like a whole different person operating as the main challenger of the WWF throughout the 80s and the 90s, which would like just totally change how we look at wrestling. I genuinely believe, to a certain extent, that for one, wrestling will be more inclusive. Because like Bill Watts, and he's like saying, so his thought was, he's like, look, and this makes sense. I'm glad he thought about it this way, like, believe it or not. He said, okay, I'm not thinking about it like it's an inclusive thing. Look at every single sport in the world. Look at who's best at it. Now, does who is at the top in wrestling, does that tell you it's fake?
I'm processing over here.
So, what he was talking about was the lack of black people who are main event level stars in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saying, if you look at every other sport, and then you look at wrestling, the fact that there are no black people who are apparently that good at wrestling is an immediate tell that it's fake.
Yeah.
Because every other sport would indicate no. Like, I was like, that's just how he viewed it. I'm not even saying I necessarily agree, but that's how he viewed this thing.
So have you seen the
You're
new...
really tough.
What?
You need to get some caffeine in you, bro.
I mean, I'm going to bed as soon as the stream's over. It's fine.
Yeah, but bro, we got another hour of this, man. We can't have you like this.
I'll be all right. You seen the new NXT belts?
Not yet. Just start watching.
Gotcha. I don't know if you'll see them yet, so or I don't know if you'll see them other than when the main event comes. So I'll send you the screenshots real quick.
Oh, I saw the picture you sent me.
Oh, of Lexus King and CM Punk.
Yeah. Look, man, I know some things, okay?
Apparently.
Okay.
I don't
I'm
hate
not
it.
sure how I feel about that, honestly.
That's exactly how I reacted when I saw it as well. I was like, I don't hate it. I don't love it, but like, I don't hate it.
Like, okay. I like it about as much as I liked when they brought in all the color to the NXT belt.
Mm-hmm.
But do I like it more than the all gold NXT belt before they went to NXT 2.0? No.
Yeah, I like it more than the colors, like than the paint by numbers belt, but I like it less than the original one.
Yeah, the original one is still just beautiful, and they should just go back to that one.
Yeah, and then chat also wanted to know, specifically Pierre wanted to know, how do you feel about the original NXT title, the Big X?
I'm of two minds on it.
Okay.
On one hand, I have a certain I don't hate a lot of wrestlers when I first saw them, when I first really became a smart fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like really thinking about wrestling in a different way. That's when I first saw NXT. So I think about it differently. So I have like a certain nostalgia for the belts. On the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
that design, oh, like what? Just like,
I have a soft spot for it, specifically because everyone I think of that held that belt looked good holding that belt.
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But on the other hand, if you just look at it as a belt, oh my god, it does not look good.
No, not at all, because then you think about the people after Bobby Roode held the belt that would have been holding that version of the belt and how bad it would have looked on them. That thing would have looked ridiculous on Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. Can you imagine Braun with that thing?
Which one?
Braun.
You said like
Braun Breaker.
Oh, Braun Breaker. I kept hearing Waller. I was like, Grayson Waller was never champion.
No, I kept saying Braun.
Yeah. Your mic was kind of distorting on my end when you were saying, but yeah, no, Braun Breaker with it, Gargano and Ciampa with it, Adam Cole with it is the one I think that sounds worst in my head.
I mean, thank God they added that bit of blue to the hardcore title.
Yeah.
That little bit of blue really helps it.
You mean to the Intercontinental? You said hardcore.
To the Intercontinental.
I had to process
you
that.
heard Waller when I said Braun, so
It's one of those days, man. I had to add an additional 40 minutes to my day at the end of the day. So I got off work at 2:30, right? And the high school system I work in is 3 different schools. There's an east side of town and a west side of town. Each one has their own high school. And then halfway between them is a college and career academy. And yesterday I was working at the west side school, so over here. And then today I was working at the college career academy. I was getting everything packed up to go to work. I was like, all right, I got my lunchbox, I got my laptop, I got my pens, I got my phone, I've got my Universe notebook. Where's my Universe notebook? It was on the west side. Forgot it there yesterday. So end of my day at, oh my god. Zachary Wentz good?
No. Like, I think we're just having this casual conversation. Meanwhile, these two are like nearly killing each other, and it's.
And one of them might have gotten concussed just then. Because I think he overshot the table.
No, he way overshot the table. He like slid off of it, basically.
All I was gonna
It
say.
didn't break his fall at all.
All I was gonna say is that I got off work at 2:30 and then had to drive 30 minutes to the west side of the city that I work in to go get my notebook. So
He is right now.
look, Zachary Wentz's potential injury can wait. This is about me.
Hey. At least he didn't have to drive somewhere. I would much rather leap 15 feet onto solid concrete.
I wouldn't even make 15 inches.
Yeah, yours should just be more of an emotional humiliation.
Yeah.
And a mild concussion.
I've been there at least. I think. I'm not convinced Alan didn't concuss me a couple of times.
Okay, I definitely concussed Alan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, we've watched that video before on stream.
You were like, oh my god, just like you could hear it. Like you
I heard like the thunk when he hit the ground. Yeah. Also, Joshua, or not Joshua, why did I call him Joshua?
hey,
Josh.
You wanna know what? That it looked beautiful.
That's true. Josh asking in the chat if we are Lexus King fans, specifically by asking the internet meme about Lexus King, asking if we are registered Lex offenders. Keep in mind, I am trying to earn a degree where I would be getting a job where I spend all day working with children, so I cannot participate in the Lex offender joke quite as easily.
Quit being nasty. Anyway, that is all.
So his full name is Joshua. Yeah, I figured it was. I just don't know where I got full naming you from when your username is not your full name. That's the main thing there.
I've always used him. Like, I used Brian Pillman Jr. early on in AEW.
Yeah, you did. I remember.
I still like the tag team he was in. I think if I had had more time with them, they honestly would have gone pretty over.
Yeah, probably.
They were a tag team. In case those of you didn't pay attention, it was Brian Pillman Jr. and Brock Anderson, and they were the Modern Classic, and they were basically a team I created to feud with FTR.
Pretty much, yeah.
I never got to do him in FTR. I never got to do them in FTR, but they were basically designed to feud with FTR.
Yeah, Pierre says never forget the Modern Classic.
I loved it. I liked the team. I understand they were no twice in a century.
This isn't Sherman. No wonder I don't feel as clean. I'm trying. This cheap stuff is too thin.
I told you not to get the other toilet paper. Here's Charmin Ultra Strong.
Do you ever think about how gross the Charmin commercials would be if they didn't censor them?
If it wasn't animated bears.
Yeah, they're just like, the sheet! They're too thin! Like,
it's like the Family Guy bit where they're talking about, I gotta be careful how I word this here, where they're talking about certain commercials for feminine hygiene products, and they're like,
make it blue.
Whatever you want, just make it blue.
That's always been the deal.
you have OCD and need help, you can get better with specialized treatment. Go to nocd.com to learn more.
Not all GLP-1 weight loss supplements are the same. This is GLP-1 Daily for Money, the first GLP-1 supplement formulated.
I can kind of hear your TV a little bit. I don't know what it's talking about, but I hear it.
Weight loss medication.
All I can think of is the South Park War on Obesity.
I have not watched it yet.
It's pretty decent.
I watched the Scientology episode recently.
Tread carefully, bud.
That whole episode proves you can't get sued by them, honestly.
I don't want to take my chances on the Church of Spaceship Beep Boop.
Dude, they didn't get sued. They're fine. That's the whole point.
Okay.
You're fine, Sandy. Wait, is there a new Superman show?
Are they not? Isn't it a new movie? Like, James Gunn's doing a Superman movie, right?
No, this is like a CW thing. I thought they wrapped up with Superman and Lois. Now showing something new with his dead Superman.
Hmm.
Oh, it's still the final season. Okay. Okay, it's still going. Good.
Got
They're
it.
gonna probably revive him. I thought it was already over. Good. I was like, did they keep it going? Yeah, so Superman and Lois is gonna be like the last show ever to kind of take place in the Arrowverse.
Makes sense.
She Arrowverse has some good episodes.
Well, a new blue version of the IC title has come out on Pro Wrestling Mods. However, it's like just the base game IC title with the blue added. So I will wait for someone to make like the HD version that I use with the blue added in, because I don't want to go back to the old one. Whoa, CW!
Tell me how you really feel. Well, on that note, welcome to the most must-see WWE talk show in history. Welcome to this TV. We are live in Chicago. Now you cheer for the debut of NXT on the CW. I think we're all looking forward to it.
Thank God Miz is a heel again.
Yeah.
I mean, when our truth comes back and kicks his ass, it's going to be one of the best moments of the year.
Oh, yeah.
And this is obviously building to the return of Alex Riley. Anyway.
No! Don't say it to his face.
Did he do something?
I don't think so. I think he just kind of showed up on the indies very, like, washed up and, like, clearly just there for money, out of shape recently is what it was or something.
Okay. As long as that's fine for a joke. I was just making sure I didn't just do something where he used. Okay.
Nah. Josh says all he asks for is one more heel IC title run for Miz. I'm down for it.
That's why each Rebbe said, I'd love to have an Oklahoma Femi protecting the blind side of the quarterback. And please welcome the challenger. He is the Dawn of NXT. Tony D'Angelo.
So, what did everyone think of Tony D'Angelo trying to force Pretty Deadly to kick the profits from their fashion corporation up to them?
I thought it was pretty funny.
Which led to Elton Prince attacking Tony D'Angelo and Tony D'Angelo not being able to be in the match, then for them losing to next week.
But he's not afraid tonight. He has faced his fears. Rizzo, look up. The underboss.
You all have no idea where this is going. Xander knows where this
I
is
know
going.
where it's going.
I'm still trying to figure out how exactly I'm gonna do it. It's a logistical problem, but I'll figure it out anyway.
Welcome. I will start with the challenger. We've seen your preparation, and you've admitted that you are afraid of facing Oba again. What is going to make this match different than No Mercy? Miz, all my life, I've been a guy to strike fear in the hearts of others. But a few wise guys, fix a few problems. But Oba, he dominates the game in every match. See, there's a reason why he's the most dominant NXT North American champion. He has felt his power, his aggressiveness, his explosiveness. But I use this fear as motivation to do the unthinkable. And next week, I'm going to stand toe-to-toe with Oba. I'm going to dethrone the ruler of NXT and become the new NXT North American champion.
I think you're actually ahead of me by a second here. Yeah, you're ahead of me by about 3 seconds. Sounds like.
All right.
Miz, you've been in the game for a very long time. Long enough to know when a man really believes what he's saying and when he doesn't. And I can tell you this. Tony doesn't believe a single word he's saying. Really, no. Absolutely not. Tony, I'll give you this. You've had a very, very successful career here in NXT up to this point. But a man like you definitely has a ceiling. Because you can stop as many people you like inside trunks, you can throw bodies over the bridge, and you can have whatever side hustle that you desire. But the one thing that you can never see is North American champion. Because this is my title. You talk about me like you know. You sit there and you talk about, you know where I'm from. I grew up 20 minutes from this building. I grew up in the streets of Chicago. extended, immediate. I got friends who believe and motivate me to be the man that I am today. Tony. Tony. David comes fight for you. Luca, Rizzo, Stocks, none of them can fight for you. None of these people here in Chicago will fight for you. Because next week, it's been me and you. And just me and you in the middle of this ring. And we both know, we both remember what happened the last time we were both in the ring together. I broke you. I beat you. I planted doubt in your mind. And now I know you're questioning yourself, and I know that we both know the answer to this question. Tony, you can't beat me.
Part of me really wants Tony D'Angelo to win.
That's kind of how I feel too, man. I love Oba, but like, I kind of want Tony to win.
I'm interpreting.
He just hit him with the I am inevitable.
The North American Championship will be on the line next week in St. Louis, where Oba, the champion, defends his North American Championship against the challenger, Tony D'Angelo, and from the look, it will be awesome. Well, Tony D'Angelo seems ready. He seems focused on the North American Championship. One matchup that will be next Tuesday in St. Louis here on the CW. But we kick off our premiere here on the CW tonight in Chicago. The NXT Women's Championship was online. The official was distracted by Roxanne Perez. And then we saw boom, this mystery woman come out and drop Julia. So we followed up by Roxanne Perez taking full advantage of the situation, hitting the second of the night, retained the championship, and then it was a mystery no more. It was Cora Jade, who is back in NXT, and you can just see the look on the face of a former friend, so to speak, in Roxanne Perez.
You need a shocking return tonight. Yeah, no, the whole world is so hypnotized by the debut of Julia and the hyper on Stephanie that they forgot about the same.
Okay, this is a weird critique. Every woman in NXT cuts promos with the same hand gestures.
Ray, I don't know what you're talking about, okay? Like, I don't think they do at all, okay?
So you noticed it too.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Like every single one of them too.
I don't like how easily I nailed it either.
It's like it's not on them. Who's training them to do it?
Fair.
Right now, it's tag team action. From Miami, Florida. And Florida Ice. Team with Jada Parker to make it on the same page.
Every time I see Lola Vice, I just think of Vice City. It's the only thing that's in my head.
Mm. That's the number one contender to my women's world title right there.
So do you think the Bloodline is going to retain on Friday?
I don't know. I could see a Roman return costing them, maybe.
I could see the Street Profits winning again.
Yeah, if anyone's winning the belts, it's probably the Profits.
They haven't had the belts in a few years.
Yeah, not since 2021.
And Triple H's guys. I honestly am kind of sick of the tag titles being tied into the bloodline. I would like the tag titles to have their own identity and direction and not just be piggybacking, because currently, like, the whole thing is the tag titles are always on the show before the pay-per-view, and I would like them to be on the pay-per-view, and I would like the tag teams to actually have their own feud.
Before we start.
Am I asking for too much, Sander? Am I being picky?
I didn't hear the question.
I said I'm kind of tired of the bloodline always bringing the tag titles in and making them secondary to the world
Oh,
title.
yeah, 100% agree.
Instead of them being able to have their own storyline that's being associated with the tag titles, that's able to have their own pay-per-view match.
Yeah,
Just-
100% agree.
Yeah.
Let's see. Josh says just saw the new designs for the NXT belts. Not a fan at all. They feel too corporate, very UFC-esque.
They look like the Performance Center belt from WWE 2K.
True.
I mean, I don't hate the UFC belts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they are what they are. There's so many of them at this point. So, do you know the same with the UFC belts, right?
No, other than that they all look the same.
So, okay, so it used to be every single title fight got a new belt. Right? So you get a new belt every time you defended the title. And that worked when you were defending the belt 2 to 3 times a year.
Yeah.
However, now they have a new thing where you get one belt and there's 8 rubies per side, or 8 gems per side. And every time you get a successful title defense, you get one of the gems replaced with a ruby. And the goal is to get like all of them. Yeah. So the amount of rubies in the belt will be your amount of successful title defenses.
Yeah.
So.
Getting more expensive. So at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $30 a line when you buy 2. That's just $60 a month. So switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction. And get 2 unlimited lines for just $30 each. Come on, you've earned this. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today. Conquer's Never-Ending Pasta Boat is back. Now with our new garlic herb sauce, which means the never-ending pasta you've made isn't just that. It's better than ever. Never-Ending Pasta Boat, starting at $13.99 for a limited time.
Everybody ready?
May the best words yet.
Here's the price of the ozone pasta.
Oh, man. The nice thing about the CW that I've noticed so far, we are an hour and 15 into this 2-hour show. I have not seen a singular ad for either presidential candidate.
Wow.
But what I have seen is Fallon Henley, so my night is made. Good night, everybody.
There's a rumor Mandy Rose might be returning soon.
I feel like you and I have this conversation every few weeks.
Dude, no, there's actually speculation. I'm not making this up.
Are you ducking fatal influence like they've been saying over the last several weeks?
Absolutely not. I purposely came out here to show them that I'm not ducking them and I want them to see me. I've been a fighting champion since day one.
Kentucky belt sitting here at the table. I'm talking about inside that square circle. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about taking on JCJ. I'm talking about taking on the Rockstar. I'm talking about Bell Hilly. I'm talking about the pros. That's what I'm talking about.
One of them. Jazz.
Hey, you go fly. That's what she's a standout for. So look, when you talk about this matchup, it's Dana Parker, all of us who come together to fight the comic anime. I mean, can they get together for
Huh. Wonder how soon there'll be new mods for the NXT belts.
the stars tonight represent the
You have a good night too, Josh. Says he's barely able to keep his eyes open. Felt, my guy. Felt. I am crashing as soon as this stream ends. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and do my normal thing of like staying up for an extra 2 hours working on stuff. As soon as this stream is over, well, I'm probably gonna hang out on the call with you for a minute because I have something I need to tell you about off stream.
So anyway, just find this up. Mandy was on like a panel of some sort in early September, and she's ready for the wrestling combine, as in like she'd be ready to return to Raw or SmackDown if she wanted to.
Uh-huh. I just know she appeared at that Black Label Pro show a few weeks ago to do like the arm wrestling thing.
Yeah, and she said there she'd be willing to go back to wrestling.
Yeah, and then she did a run-in in the in like a 10-woman tag match, and I think she said that she hurt her knee doing her run-in.
Okay, so I'm I didn't expect it.
I have no issues with Mandy Rose, however, she kind of just goes, "Yeah, I'd be down to come back to wrestling every few months to get people talking about her again."
I thought they were about to give each other a high five.
But part of me is hoping she returns in this match just so you can be like,
I wouldn't be upset. I'd be happy to see her back.
and what do we have to talk about?
The thing we're doing for the 5-year anniversary of the channel. I want to run a couple ideas by you real quick.
Okay.
That way I know if we're going to do it together or if I'm doing it solo.
One second.
All good. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's just vanished. I think he just... oh, he's back! Wait a minute, did you change shirts?
No.
Have you been wearing a white shirt the whole stream?
Yeah.
I gotta get more sleep.
Yeah. So I was going to help my dad move some like floor tile and stuff today. And that can get really heavy and really hot, so I wear a white shirt for that. I've been practicing stretching my back over the chair and then pumping up with it.
Gotcha.
But it does allow me to Undertaker rise up and down.
That's true.
And the chair's so tough for under it.
In any condition. Only on Horizon.
Funding my life. No, it's like you. Try not to. Is that with our new garlic herb sauce, which means the never-ending pasta you crave is just that. It's better than
Another commercial for the never-ending pasta bowl, Sander.
It never ends. I feel like that's just a running gag now for me because they keep showing that commercial, and it just keeps reminding me of the ending of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Have you tried their never-ending pasta bowl? It never ends. Let me see if I can find that clip, just because people in the chat need to know what the heck I'm talking about.
I've never watched the Sonic movies. I've played maybe 2 of the Sonic games. I was raised on Jack and Daxter.
Let me see if I can find it.
Oh God, NASCAR's been relegated to the fucking CW. That's a
Seems
sad
that
fate.
way.
Huh?
I said seems that way.
I mean, didn't you watch it when you were a kid?
Yeah, because of Bo. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try and figure out how I want to do this. Because I'm gonna screen share it so you can see it too, Ray. And I gotta be careful that I don't get us copyright claimed. So let me share screen, Sonic the Hedgehog, go live. Okay, hold on. Just because I need everyone to see. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about the whole, when I do the "it never ends" thing.
Okay.
Olive Garden.
Yeah. The way you said "you'll see" made me think it was something better than the things we said.
Have you tried their never-ending pasta bowl? It never ends.
That sounds fancy.
It never ends, Ray.
I got to admit, when I saw you do the impression, I never imagined it was that.
That it was like spot on.
It doesn't sound that like Xander. I like how you say it, but it doesn't sound the same. Like you say, like it never ends. Like you're just like, oh my God, and he's almost like whispering like he's like, it never ends. Where you're almost like announcing it. Both are funny, but like I know honestly, I never thought about it. I never like imagined that when you did that. Also, it's for $30.
50. And it says from Uncle Sam. It's brilliant. I love these. I love that movie so much.
When I told my dad he loved those movies, he said, "Of course he does, right? Of course he does." Don't feel weird, guys. My dad is a weird, like, he thinks everyone else has weird taste when he's the only one with these tastes. Which is why Dad Wood's now a legend. Oh, who'd you end up choosing for main event to face New Catch Republic?
Oh, I haven't done it yet, so I don't know.
Huh.
I have not had time to do main event yet because I had plenty of time yesterday. I got home at 2 o'clock because they let me off work an hour and a half early. It was great. Alex and I went grocery shopping, so I was ready to start recording at 3 o'clock, and then I proceeded to spend the next 5 hours not recording. I got one match done yesterday and one match done today for No Mercy. And so I have 3 matches left to go. I have 3 matches left to go there. I have to write all of Lone Star's debut show, so that can come out this weekend. And then I also have to do main event, so members have something. Fortunately, tomorrow I only work till 2:30, so I'll get home at 3, and then I've got all night to record. I just need to stop getting caught up in side projects.
Yeah.
Zach says Fatu versus Oba was worth the time and the build-up and the wait for it. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was hoping people would enjoy the Haas Fest on NXT today. Also, don't know if you've seen my thumbnails so far this week, Ray, but with Raw and NXT, I did not miss when it came to thumbnails this week.
I saw Raw's.
NXT's was pretty good too. I highly recommend you take a look at it. I can send it to you if you want. It'll make it easier.
Alright. Anyway, yeah, AEW's half frame for tomorrow because AEW right now is in this weird place.
All good.
SmackDown's pretty much rim, but that's because I can. And you can somewhat write AEW like this, but it's a lot harder than SmackDown. SmackDown, it's easy to write, like, so you promote matches for next week the week before. So to give you guys an idea of like the average length of a show, like your average length of a show will be anywhere. Oh. Okay.
I forgot that they were advertised to be here tonight. I forgot they were here.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, not a. On one hand, big team to bring in. On the other, like, I'm not sure if it's worth toxic influences.
Toxic influence.
Yeah.
Dude, I will never understand how people get so touchy about me messing up fatal influence as fatal attraction occasionally.
That's what it is.
It's fatal influence. However, which is a really cool name.
Right.
I like the name. However, toxic influence is pretty good, and fatal attraction is also pretty good.
I mean, it reminds you of it. It reminds you of the Glenn Close movie. I will never forget. If you guys want to find something hilarious on YouTube, Jim Cornette talking about Dave Meltzer. Dave Meltzer's rants on him. He's like, Dave is obsessed. He's like a jilted lover. I'm afraid I'm going to come home and find a boiling rabbit on my stove.
Dear, you can be certain. Or Incook's got it. Quality apparel, got it. Strickland, got it.
That was a cute commercial.
Got it. So go for it at Fort Incook.
The easiest way to make me enjoy a commercial is to put a cute animal in it. I'm a simple man. I'm gonna check the Pro Wrestling Mods Discord. Just curiosity, you know, if Just out of curiosity, if people are already working on the belts.
The belts.
The new NXT belts, specifically.
Probably.
I'm hopeful I can get through everything I need to tomorrow, because I have something very special I want to do for No Mercy this weekend, which fortunately I'm going to have Saturday night to work on it if I absolutely need to. And I don't want to advertise that I'm going to do it, because if I can't do it, I don't want to advertise it and then not deliver, because I've done that before and I feel bad when I do. Anyways, long story short, I am essentially trying to make sure I don't false advertise while also having something big I want to do for No Mercy if I have the time.
And also teasing all of you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I remember he reacted like, right, it takes you forever to build to anything. Sandra, you of all people should appreciate the concept of etching.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how I felt about that one when I got hit with that one live on the air. Also, gotta love how the day after I aired SummerSlam 2015, a modder dropped a preview that they are working on a Sheamus career pack for mods that is going to include Mohawk Sheamus.
Oh, Mohawk Sheamus.
Respect the Hawk!
Oh, so next year's SummerSlam's gonna be in MetLife Stadium.
Yep, 2-night event.
Oh yeah. I still would really love them to do an event in our Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Because the Falcons play. Have you ever been to that stadium?
No, I haven't.
It's a fucking cool ass building. And like you could do some really cool stuff with it. Like I went and saw The Weekend there. Because I'm a man of class and principle. Because I'm a worldly man, Xander, as you well know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And I went and saw The Weekend. And not because I'm actually a particular fan of his music, but he puts on a spectacular show, if that makes sense. And like the entire time I was sitting there, it's like, oh my god, I can see what the WWE could do here.
Yeah.
So the main event's tonight's Siobhan Evans and Ward?
No, that's next week in St. Louis.
Oh.
Which also will feature Fraxium versus A-Town Down Under. And Obafemi versus Tony D'Angelo. So Ray, tell me something here.
My favorite is my favorite romantic comedy Christmas movie.
What was that?
I said Meet Me in St. Louis is my favorite romantic comedy Christmas movie.
Well, I was going to say, tell me something. You say you have to get into a mindset to do Drew's voice, right?
Yeah.
Do you have to get into a mindset to do Ilya's voice?
No.
Okay, just curious. Oh, here we go, Ray. You know what it's time for. It's time for the greatest theme song.
I just use a Russian accent for Ilya.
Oh, don't make me watch Joe Hendry lose. Don't make me watch a replay of my boy losing. I find it really funny. If you watched in that video package when they played the footage of Ethan Page getting interrupted, and then they acted like it was Trick who cut him off. If you look in the background of that clip, that was Joe Hendry's entrance video playing. They used the clip of when Hendry confronted Ethan Page, and then just spliced in footage from when Trick was coming out later on in a different promo.
Xander sitting there, but Joe!
It's
Joe,
okay.
guys!
In 3 weeks, Joe Hendry's going to be the TNA World Champion. So. And then Anthem can give me my long overdue royalties.
So do we think Trick's winning the title back?
Yeah. Julia wouldn't have lost the opener if Trick wasn't winning the main. Here we go. Oh, Punk, I feel teased. Where are the short shorts? Where's the cowboy hat? You gotta go full Shawn Michaels SmackDown 1999.
I don't think him and Sean are that close.
They actually are. Like, apparently Shawn and Phil work together now with the idea that one day Phil might take over NXT. I think there actually was a clip of Phil wearing that outfit, and I think that's where I got the joke. Oh, yep, there it is. Hold on, let me... I don't know how well I can show this, but I'll show it for the lovely people at home real quick. There you go. There's Phil in the short shorts and cowboy hat. I'll send you the screenshot if I can, Ray. Because he looks great. Like, Phil, no notes, you look great.
Transparent pricing. Get started at FrameRich.com or visit a store today.
There we go.
I've made some progress on my
I'm also curious what an NXT Punk era would look like, Pierre. I imagine it would look pretty similar to Collision. Like, early Collision. Because apparently Punk was very heavily involved in that. And then Jack Perry happened.
Yep.
Elderly people with dementia-related psychosis have increased risk of left stroke. Antidepressants do.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna last though. If it wasn't Jack Perry, it would have been something else.
You're right.
Probably would have been something Heyman wanted to do, or the Bucks wanted to do, or someone else wanted to do, or anyone
Yeah.
else. Like, yeah.
Bubble flowing for weakness maker. Moving forward. Ask your doctor about red salt. This Thursday, watch this movie premiere of Scrabble at 7 Central.
Because unfortunately, it's not business predicated on making money. From what I understand, like the word is the deal is done between them and Warner. And the possibility of them having a show on some sort of Fox. I don't know if it would be Fox or FS1.
Yeah.
But like rumors are Fox wants to attempt somewhat to keep the wrestling audience. Now, if you
Yeah.
ask me, that would make sense for them wanting Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
Because Shane does have particular experience in TV.
He does.
So, and guys, like, here's the thing. Like, do I think he'd be a great booker? No. Do I think he'd probably run the backstage better than the Bucks do? Maybe. And like the likelihood that he's booking himself is very small. I don't think Shane McMahon will be wrestling on these shows.
Right.
Like, is Drew gonna show up?
He could. I don't think we're getting Motor City Machine Guns at this point tonight. I think we'll get them next week.
Back to the life of no with the moods when I'm going the girls pretend we ain't getting this song. I'm gonna miss that song so much.
Yeah.
They're not gonna let them keep it. Because they're mean. What's this?
What? Oh.
Who's
That's...
that?
Oh, what's her name? I keep forgetting her name and I hate it. But she's from Australia. They signed her not long ago. It's like a single word name. And that's why I'm struggling to remember it.
No. Yeah, he's about to win the belt. Sorry, Ethan. It's been fun.
Let's see. Let me see if I can see who that was a thing for. Delta! That's her name. Delta. I keep forgetting that.
I honestly thought they'd be on. Like, I might be wrong. Ethan Page might retain, but I thought they'd be on with him for a while.
Yeah, the NXT women's division is stacking up quick. I will say, I understand your reasoning for it taking so long for Trick to show up on SmackDown, but I also like to just say I'm so glad he finally showed up on LS11 SmackDown, because I was so tired of people commenting on like NXT streams and stuff, being like, "Where's Trick? When's Trick coming back?" Ego.
It's like, why isn't Trick challenging Jimmy Uso?
Yeah, when's Trick getting his rematch when Jimmy Uso cheated him? He's not. He's going to SmackDown. I got it, Zach. I said Delta before you chatted it. I got it.
With his in-ring debut this Friday against Carmelo Hayes in the King of the Ring round 1.
So, quick thing about that, by the way.
But
You mentioned, I heard.
I know, you're from it. It wasn't actually an NXT champion. I thought he was at the time.
No, not that. Cena and Trick said, "I don't think we've ever met before." Cena held an open challenge on Raw about 6 months ago that Trick answered. Like, I heard the NXT champion thing was like, I'm just going to give him this just before he records SmackDown next week so he doesn't accidentally say it again. Then I heard I guess we haven't met before. No, I don't think we have. And I was like, oh god, I can't give him 2 actuallys in a row. He's going to drive to insert my city and kick the hell out of me. After last night's gaslighting bitch that you sent me.
champ. Please go. He's bad. By the end of tonight.
Ethan Page in NXT has been such a good fit, man.
There's CM Punk, the special guest referee for this massive matchup. Is it Chicago on the premiere of NXT on CW.
Oh, hey, CM Punk holding up the NXT title. What we almost got in LS11 Season 4. The weird canceled relaunch of NXT from Season 4 will always be one of the weirdest what-ifs in LS11 universe. Like, what if Ray had just essentially been given the permission to do an LS11 super indie called NXT?
Yeah.
No, Reloaded is what we call my era of NXT. What Ray's era would have been the NXT Homecoming era.
Yeah.
Because the first show was going to be called Homecoming. What's really funny, because I'm working on updated banner stuff real quick, like updated graphic stuff real quick. What's really funny to me is realizing that I now once again have to add another set of retro world champions to the bigger banner that appears on our social media.
Yeah.
Because of Cesaro and Rollins in the 2015 timeline. It's like I gotta get it together and start closing up some of the gaps in these timelines soon. Because like we got 2004 Regal, 2009, yeah, 2009 Triple H, 2015 Cesaro, 2014 Batista, all on the World Heavyweight Champion side, and then we got you in the middle with the Grand title.
Yeah.
Which is just its own thing. That, you know, your first defense is coming up soon-ish.
Mm.
Oh, jeez. And then on the WWE Champion side, it's like there's 2015 WWE Champion Rollins, 14 Orton, 11 Cena, 9 Hardy, 2004 Shawn Michaels, then 1993? Yeah, Randy Savage.
Yeah.
I had to. You could hear the dial-up tone play when I was trying to remember what year we had Savage win the belt. But I'm sure everyone is happy to see Seth Rollins with the WWE title added to the history page.
Wait, seriously? Alice loves the scent of weed so much. She wished there was a way to make it last longer. Say hello to Fairy Godmother, Alice. And long-lasting Data Symphonies, part of the irresistible scent collection from Golden.
The Better Baking app is right at your fingertips. Download Bake, and you could win up to $500 in 5 minutes or less. No interest. Credit checks or late fees. Download the Dave app now or go to dave.com today.
Oh man, instead of Cricket Wireless commercials on NXT, we get Dave. Ray, have you seen their never-ending pasta bowl? It never ends. Yes, I did miss 2011 Miz, Zach. I forgot to say that one. He's on the banner on Twitter. I just forgot to say him. There's like 11 fucking retro champions, so I'm bound to slip up and forget one.
He's gonna keep repeating a joke, people.
Anytime they show that never-ending pasta bowl, I'm going to remind you of what it means. So sit comfortably, folks. Buckle up, motherfuckers.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What's up? This is Mike.
I think it's funny how now it's like I've been trying my initiative of like Xander's gonna cut back on how often he drops the F-bomb for like half a week, and now every time I drop it, everyone's like, oh, he said it. Like, yeah, I said it. For dramatic effect.
I was watching this sketch earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It was the stupidest thing ever. You know how when you're about to go into space, right? You're basically sitting at like a horizontal angle like this, right?
Yeah.
So it depicts that astronauts in a pod and they're waiting for someone. And the pilot comes up, Jerry. And he gets in the spot. He goes, "All right, guys, 1 second. I have to get something to drink." And he goes to take a sip out of the soda and he spills it all over himself. And then it spills off of him and onto them underneath him. And he's like, "Oh God, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, 1 second, 1 second." And he gets out a bottle of it. And he starts drinking that, but he spills it and it goes up his nose. And he's like, "Oh God!" And he starts pouring it all over them, like, "Oh, Terry, stop! Stop, Terry!" And then he's like, "Oh, God, I'm so sorry. Okay, 1 second, 1 second."
Oh, Terry.
He gets out a milk jug and a container of chocolate milk mix. "I just want to make some chocolate milk." "No, don't do it. Don't do it." He starts spilling it all over, and the powder falls off, and the milk, and he drops basically the milk jug, and it lands on one of their stomachs.
That sounds like something we would have done in high school.
Yeah. And then he it keeps escalating. Like it gets to pieces of candy, like a bag of M&Ms, a bag of potatoes.
Oh my gosh.
Each time him spilling most of it out and it all landing on them underneath him.
Yeah. Oh boy.
They rigged it to break tonight, people.
Looks like it. Ego. Oh, that's interference coming from like one of their mics from that.
Yeah.
Did it go mute for you too? Okay, it's back. Never mind. Same way he won the title in Toronto. Not quite Vic, because he didn't hit the trick shot and then Ethan fall on him. Ethan fell on Sean Spears. No, he fell on Javon Evans. He fell on Javon Evans. Oh boy, a special performance by Sexy Red.
It's gonna be about Will. Who's able to beat
Hmm.
champion on your end? Come on, put it up for top. Trick shot the package. Big control. Blaze is feeling it. Got that second leg to come through. Here we go. Here we go. Taking another from back. Punk is falling right down the middle. Exactly what he said he would do. He would make sure there's a right man putting it up to the back down. Oh, and that's 6 down rest. They can say, we go, Brave Bill and cover. We're going to go. And another clear ball. Hope that showed you what it means, what it takes to be the NXT champion.
All right, they got to wrap it up soon because it's going to be a hard 10 o'clock cutoff on the CW. They don't get the overrun that they had in they don't have the overrun that they had on, what do you call it, USA. I thought they were going to have him win it there. That was a little bit of a weak ending, but I
I
mean,
think maybe they didn't execute it as fast as they wanted to.
yeah, it felt a little like it felt a little slow-mo. Like, don't get me wrong, glad Trick's champion again and all, like, good for him. I
think the whole idea was going to be like, I think the idea was just that Ethan Page runs at him and then Trick like pushes Punk into him.
Yeah, I think it was just a little clunky is all. Oh, okay, there might... Oh, and we get executive producer credits now. Lovely. And right into LeVar Burton hosting Trivial Pursuit. All right.
Should have hosted Jeopardy.
All right, cool. Well, that's first NXT of the CW era. Pretty strong, pretty solid show.
Yeah. Sucks to have to rush the ending like that.
Yeah, I think maybe something ran over time a little bit or something.
Probably Wesley and Zachary Wentz. If anything, we could go overtime. I could see that.
Yeah. I would not be shocked if we're going to get a CM Punk Ethan Page match in NXT at some point following Hell in a Cell on Saturday.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We're gonna wrap it up. And I will see you guys on Thursday for the